Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. Today we're going to be talking about how long does it take to make a stable income from trading. We're here in Indonesia. Obviously for me, the biggest advantage to be able to day trade is to travel around the world. I've been traveling now for 7 or 8 years. I've been in this industry for 15 years. And I believe I've seen it all. Everything from the learning side to the teaching side to the actual trading side. We've had a prop firm, a quote-unquote hedge fund. We've done it all, and I think it's in your best interest to kind of know the realities of this industry, because I think the majority of us, myself included, obviously always share, the lifestyle or the amount of money you can make, but we don't really talk about the other side of trading as well, which is the work, right? And in the beginning, it's going to take a lot of work. And if you guys have any questions about this, you can definitely, leave a comment here on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Just mark it with the hashtag AskMarcello, and I'll be able to pull all those questions for you guys to answer them here live on video. I think it's a very hard question to answer because I don't think that there is an exact time frame for anyone to learn. And the reason why is because there's so many different factors that it takes to be able to learn how to trade. And the biggest thing of all is the majority of us, right, you guys included, you watching this video, you guys are very different to me. You might be more aggressive than I am. You might be more conservative than I am. You might not feel comfortable trading the way that I do. That's one of the reasons, for example, at DTA, at the Academy, we personalize our coaching to make sure that we develop a strategy around what you feel comfortable with, because that's very, very important. So all of us have different demons inside, right? I had my own demons to resolve. And I think at the end of the day, it's very important to realize that no one else is going to be able to do this for you. Even though someone can teach you how to trade, you guys at the end of the day are going to have to make the decision to pull the trigger if you're going to make a living doing this. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the pitfalls I think that most traders go through. I'm going to explain to you guys also the amount of time that I have seen people learn how to do this. I've been, as I mentioned, 15 years in this industry since I was 18 years old. You guys can do the math. I'm still young, 33 years old. I think that every different kind of person I've been able to train. We have trading centers around the world. The first being in Medellin, Colombia. We've traded women, men, Africans, Asians, Europeans, all kinds of people. And anyone at the end of the day can actually learn how to do this. I really do believe that. But I also believe that most of us have different conceptions of what this is actually going to take, all right? Now, the fastest I've seen somebody learn this is somebody in our trading center in Colombia, which took 2 weeks. I really don't think that is realistic at all for any of you to believe. It was a person that I think was kind of just born for this. He didn't have any experience trading, and he just kind of picked it up right away. And most of you guys aren't going to, it's not going to be that way. So I don't want you to think that. The next fastest person I've seen actually do this was Superman, a trader named Jim Steele, which I believe to be one of the best traders that has come out of DTA. He took him 6 weeks to go live and actually become consistently profitable, obviously with a little hiccups along the way as well. But that was, for me, I think that's reasonable to expect, but not for the most of you, okay? The longest that I've seen somebody do this, it took me 2 years, 2 full years to become consistently profitable. I've seen other traders take 3 or 4 years. I recently have done an interview with one of our traders who's in Japan, in Tokyo, and he took 4 years to become consistently profitable. He's now managing a $30,000 account, and he's applying to get, which I'm pretty sure he'll get approved for, a $150,000 trading account, which is excellent for him. So there's the time frame, I think, that provides you a pretty large wiggle room into what the longest that it can take or the shortest that it can take. I don't think that it's a prudent thing to explain to you guys that it's going to take you X amount of time, because unfortunately I don't believe that we can pinpoint exactly the amount of time it's going to take you. You know, you might be the smartest person in the world, but you also might be the most stubborn in the world. And even though you buy a program from somebody, you try to do it your own way, you don't follow the steps that you need to learn the discipline, to learn the psychology, which are things that I think most people don't talk about in this industry. So it's important to be able to understand that. So I don't, for most of us, I don't think it's a very fast process. I don't think that it's going to take you as quick as you think it's going to take you. I think that if you are going to consider learning how to trade, you guys should really think that it's going to take longer than what you think it will. I've heard numerous stories, endless stories of traders that buy houses and cars, and even other traders that go bankrupt and lose tens of thousands of dollars in this game. So I really want you guys, if you're watching this video, to take me very seriously when I say that this isn't easy, okay? It is something that can be learned. It's definitely something that I think anybody can learn how to do, but it's also something that I think you guys should take very seriously, because you're not going to start making $1 million next month. You're not going to start making $1 million next week. This is a process that you have to go through, just like learning a new job. You know, the first time you get on the job, you do everything wrong, they have to correct you, you feel bad. One really good example that I always give everybody is, imagine when you were 14 years old, 15 years old, and you're learning how to talk to a woman, right? You really don't know what to say, just like, ah, you're beautiful, right? Whereas when we get older, you know, 25, most men, right? For you ladies watching this video, I think you guys will agree with me. At that point, you know, you've learned over the 10, 15 years that there's a process that you have to go through. You have to court a woman. Hi, how are you? My name is Marcello. Would you like to go out to dinner? I'd like to get to know you. You're very beautiful, right? So day trading is the same exact thing. You have to learn how to be able to do this. Over time, I believe it's an instinct that we really develop, just like learning anything else. Talking to a man, talking to a woman, driving a car is another good example as well. So keep that in mind when you guys are starting this endeavor, learning how to trade. It's going to be the hardest thing that you guys have ever done, because I believe that it's a game with oneself. You know, it doesn't matter what you trade or how you trade it or what indicators you use or what system you use or what markets you trade. At the end of the day, we're going to have to sit there and we're going to have to control our emotions when we put in a position. And that's important to understand, because it doesn't matter how you learn how to do this. Obviously, you can learn how to do this on your own, which it may take you more time, obviously, if you try to do this on your own. But you can learn how to do it on your own. And I believe it's a process really of self-discovery, because when you learn how to trade, you're learning how to control your emotions and your psychology more than anything. And I think, you know, I'm just reflecting now on the last 15 years and how I've changed so significantly because of trading. I think trading is something that will change you guys as people. It'll teach you a lot about yourselves, a lot about, you know, personal growth, which something in the United States, I don't think it's something that we learn or they teach us how to do. And that's part of the reason why I really love trading, for that reason, because I think it's something that obviously we can make us a lot of money, but once you start making that amount of money, it's really not about the money anymore. It's about, you know, the challenge of making money every day, the challenge of being right, the challenge of improving as people. And I think most of you guys will really, it'll consume you. You guys will see. So kind of closing up here, you know, I know I didn't give you guys an exact answer, and I think it's important to realize that it's going to be different for every one of you. Shout out to all the ladies out there. I don't know if you guys have seen the video already, but we do have a master trader woman already. I'm working on the next master trader woman in Latin America as well. So I think you guys are better traders than women. It kind of seems like most of the people that are interested in this industry are men, and I really think that women should get more involved. So I'm going to try to push that, because I want you guys to, or you ladies I should say, to be able to learn how to do this. So again, guys, if you have any questions, don't forget to mark them with Ask Marcello. You know, the hashtag Ask Marcello in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you guys want to go. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, and we'll talk to you guys soon.